Hi, Sharon and John with the Arizona Home Group, and AHG Nation asks, is solar worth getting? And we think you'll be surprised by the answer.
Yeah, I know. So here in Arizona, we've got 335 days of sunshine, right? You think that every house would have solar panels on it, right? So a lot of Arizonans are always asking, is it worth the investment?
Right, and the answer isn't completely simple, yes or no, because there are different factors to consider with why someone might be getting solar, but overall the answer is no.
Yes, be surprised to know that. But the first factor is, does it add value to your home? Or like, what's your return on your investment? I mean, meaning, is your home worth more for solar panels? And most likely the answer is no. It doesn't actually, it actually hurts your resale value. It doesn't increase it.
Right, and that's because so many people lease solar panels. So that's obviously an option because most people don't have, say, $40,000 to put a whole system in their house with cash outright. So they lease it. Well, what happens is if you sell your home, and most people do sell their home before the 20-year lease is up, now this new buyer has to take over those lease payments. They are forced to do it. There is no option to just have the panels removed or take them off or take them with you to your next house. It has to fall on the buyer to take over those lease payments, and it then accounts, it's their debt to income ratio amount. So they have to now qualify for the mortgage of the house, but also whatever that monthly lease payment is. And most of those lease payments get higher and higher as the 20 years goes on.
Correct. So if you add that into their debt to income ratio, they actually qualify for less house.
Right.
It's actually really a detriment. So in the case of solar lease panels, without a doubt, it definitely hurts your resale value.
Right, and we see homes selling for less that have leased solar panels because they have to incentivize a buyer to come in and take those over.
Or they're spending more time on the market trying to find a buyer who can actually qualify.
Right, and the fact of the matter is that solar panels do not eliminate your electricity bill. It simply lowers your electricity bill. So when you combine that bill plus your lease payment, your savings is really not that great every month.
No, not at all. So leasing is not great. And then the other option is purchasing outright. So if you had $40,000, $50,000 to buy a system right now, does it actually add value to your property? And the answer is yes, a little bit, but not as much as you'd think. So if you're going to put $40,000 or $50,000 in your house now, 5 years from now when you go to sell it, you're not going to get that $40,000 or $50,000 in value. If you have two houses, one with solar, one without, of equal value, maybe you're going to get maybe $10,000 worth of value from the appraiser for that system. But for the most part, you've lost out on
right.
that.
Kind of like a pool. You know, we always tell people if you put a pool in, you're not going to get a dollar for dollar return on investment for that.
Yeah, unless you plan to stay in your house for a long time.
Right, exactly. So again, you know, if you're going to stay in your house for 10 years, you got that money, you're going to buy that solar system. Think about the fact that that $40,000 could also pay a lot of electricity bills.
Yeah.
So again, it doesn't really make much sense when you consider that most people on average here in Phoenix Metro, they move every 7 years.
Yeah, there's no question. So if you're thinking about increasing ROI in your house, definitely put that money into like kitchens and baths or flooring, because that definitely increases your resale value way much more than solar panels.
For sure. And buyers care more about that. I show homes to buyers all the time. They love nice new sparkling kitchens and bathrooms. They don't really care about solar panels.
Yeah, because it's hard to realize that value long term, right? So it's hard to figure a couple $100 a month, you know, it makes a big difference.
Right. So if you're considering getting solar panels, think long and hard about it, and definitely 100% do not lease solar panels. You are not going to help yourself at all.
Unless you plan to stay there for 20 years.
Yes, I guess. And then you've leased all these panels and they're worthless at the end of the 20 years.
Yeah. This is not an indictment on solar panels, trust me. But the bottom line is, if you're looking for resaleability, it's probably not a good idea to put leased solar panels on your house.
Absolutely. And if you guys out there have any other questions that you would like us to answer, please just send them our way and we'll make a video about it just like this. And be sure to find us on YouTube, like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell.
Yeah, so from the entire Arizona Home Group, hope you guys have a fantastic month, and we'll see you in June. Take care.
Bye.